All right, number 9, we want to find the derivative of the trig expression 7 times the cosine of x divided by 2 minus 5 times the cosine of x. Okay, so we have two functions of x. We have to do the quotient rule. So when we do the derivative, we have to do the bottom times the derivative of the top. So that'll be 7 times negative sine of x minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. So derivative of 2 is 0, and that'll be negative 5 times a negative cosine, which will give us a positive 5 sine of x, all over the denominator squared. I'm going to distribute and see if anything simplifies. So we'll have a 2 times a negative 7 sine x, so that'll give us a negative 14 sine x, and then the negative 5 times negative 7 will give us a positive 35 sine x cosine x. And then distributing here, we'll have a negative 35 sine x cosine x. This is all over 2 minus 5 cosine of x squared. Now the positive 35x and the negative 35 sine x cosine x, the same, will cancel out. And so that'll just leave us with the negative 14 sine x over the denominator squared. So negative 14 sine x over 2 minus 5 cosine x squared. All right, number 10. Similar problem, we're going to find the derivative we have 9x sine of x over 1 minus cosine of x. So here we're going to do quotient and the product rule. We got a product in the numerator. So when we do the derivative dy dx, we're doing low, which is the bottom, times the derivative of the top, and this is where we're going to do product rule. So 1 times the derivative of the second, that'll be a negative, nope, not negative, just a regular cosine of x. So 1 d2 plus 2 sine of x times the derivative of the first, which would just be times 9. So this is low d high minus the top times the derivative of the bottom. So the derivative of cosine is going to be a negative sign, so a negative is going to be a positive sign. So it changes signs here, and then all over the bottom squared. And again, I will distribute and see if I can simplify anything. So we'll do 1 times both, and then the negative cosine times both of these. So that'll give me 9x. Now, was this a negative? No, just a regular cosine. 9x cosine of x plus 9 times sine of x, so that's times 1, and then we'll have a minus 9x cosine squared x, and then minus 9 sine x cosine x, and then multiplying here, minus 9x sine squared x. Looks like something will factor, or should. Then this is all over 1 minus cosine x squared. So at a glance, I almost want to think of the cosine, the trig identity, cosine squared plus sine squared is 1. Probably could make that happen, but I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Mainly I just want you to do the derivative. So I don't know if it'll take it like this. Usually they want us to do the square on the outside. So minus 9. So then minus 9. Squared all over 1 minus cosine x squared. Provided no mistakes were typed.